Ben Krakauer here. Thanks for checking out my channel. Today I'm teaching you Craig Smith's solo on the Bill Monroe instrumental Rawhide. This is on a recording called True Life Blues, which is a tribute recording to Bill Monroe that came out shortly after he passed away. Todd Phillips produced the album, and Ronnie McCoury is playing mandolin on this one, playing a lot of that Monroe language, and Craig Smith takes this incredible solo. In some places he's paraphrasing the Rudy Lyle solo from the old Bill Monroe recording, but he really does his own thing with it. If you like this song, also check out, I believe it's Mark Pruitt who takes a solo on the Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder album. That's another great approach with the capo at the 5th fret. This solo was so long that I didn't want to post 2 measures at a time on the video, but if you head over to my Patreon, you can just for free download the whole tab PDF. Even if you're not a member of my Patreon, you can just get it for free. And of course, if you like this content, consider subscribing and please follow my YouTube channel as well. Enjoy. I'll play it fast, play it slow, and then break it down. 2, 3, 4. Some things about that. The way it starts, you have to visualize a C chord, and then it's not the fingering you usually do for a C chord because you're hammering into that G note from the F sharp, but it's the same as like the Foggy Mountain breakdown lick. You're going. That's a real common Scruggs move. If you think about it, it's actually kind of what we call Keith style or melodic style, because you're playing G, and then E flat, and then D. So you're playing a little melodic phrase there. That's, from F to F7, and then. So one thing that's cool here is he's doing lots of forward rolls. Like, you're playing so fast, you don't have time to do a lot of other things. So much this is forward roll. So that thing, it's starting on the middle finger, but it's still a forward roll motion. Also, notice how many quarter notes he's playing. Like, he's not filling in every single place, and part of it is it's so melodic in the sense that it sounds like a melody. And then finally, there you have some of these alternating thumb rolls. Back to forward rolls, and a little alternating thing there. Then up here, you got just like we had our C chord here, it's the C shape way up on the neck. So visualize your bar C shape there. And then this thing, just visualize this. But it's here. And then you've got all this kind of Scruggs language you know from Sally Gooden and Cumberland Gap in here. All that stuff, but it's up here for C. So walking up to the F chord, back to forward rolls again, starting on the middle finger. That's the forward roll pattern. That thing, you could think of it as like, you know, if here's your C chord, kind of like your bluesy language from Foggy Mountain Special if you were in the key of G, like that kind of thing. But if you're thinking of the F chord still, that's actually your 7 and your 9, your flat 7 and your 9 for the F chord. So it's like an F9 sound. I know we talked about that for different Craig Smith, his that Ronnie Bowman song, Cold Virginia Night, going from a G to like a G9 sound. Here we've got this F thing going into a F9. That's one of my favorite sounds in bluegrass and blues and jazz. But it's when you've got your 1 chord, you've got your flat 3, but then you've got your major 6. It's that tritone interval, so it's a gnarly interval, but it's very like playful, like is it major, is it minor? You can even choke that a little bit. And then all this stuff. And then this lick is like, you know, these kinds of licks. That's like a, you know, a yodeling kind of a lick, but here it is sort of in slow-mo. With some little chromatic touches there. So you're walking up into like a G shape, down into an F shape, or yeah, F shape, and then walking up into the C shape. So, and then a little bluesy thing here. If you listen to New Orleans piano music, that kind of sound happens a lot. Or blues, all that kind of music. Bluegrass is just cousins with all these other types of, you know, 20th century popular music with African American roots. Yeah, so. Kind of those sort of ragtime, stride piano type sounds in there. And then you've got this B part. If you listen to the original, the Rudy Lyle original, you'll recognize the sort of rhythmic approach, but Craig Smith does all this kind of chromatic stuff. So what that is, you're going up into a E chord, because we're on E7. And then he does, if you checked out the solo of his that I posted for Chapel, what is it called? Smith Chapel, the David Greer tune, there was a lot of diminished stuff up on the neck. So here it is again. You've got E, and then walking through this diminished shape, through this diminished shape, to just the top note of this shape, and that gets you up to A. So if you listen to like, again, the jazz connection, if you listen to like Honeysuckle Rose, bye bye sugar, it's that kind of sound. And then here we're at A. Even though it's an A7, you get that major 7 just for a second. And then it resolves down to the flat 7. This is a little sprawled out, but it's like you got, here's your 8 chord, here's your 7th note, and it's playing the 5th up there. So 7, 5, 1. So, and then this one, I can't really explain this, why he's playing a diminished chord here, but I guess it's that same sort of, we were talking about the Foggy Mountain special language. I guess it's that sound. So even though it's a major chord, even though it's a 7 chord with like a major third, he's getting a little flat 3 in there. So and then D7. So just from D to D7. And then this is like a D6 sound, 1, 3, and 6. Like if here's your D chord, the bar, adding the 6. And then D7, that D7 sound. So anyway, it's just a great B part. And then this lick is just standard jazz guitar type lick. It's you're starting out, like here's your G chord, this would be G7. If you flip it, G7, because you can, all these, if any of you studied with Bill Keith at all, he would always talk about how you've got your D here and your D here, but you can, like, you know, if you have F and G, you can do G and F, just switching these 2 fingers. So anyway, from G you get G7, G7, and then if we have this note, that makes it a G13 chord. So resolve the 13 down to the 5, and then we're just moving that up in minor thirds, moving that up every 3 frets. And that's a sound. It's like, that's a diminished type of a sound, and basically, yeah, just the same lick every 3 frets, and it ends where it started. So that's Rawhide. Once again, if you like these, please follow my channel and consider supporting my Patreon so I can keep on generating all this instructional content. Have fun.